Well, hello there. Kitty says hi. Meow. Today's episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Other people call me Crystal. Either way, Nacho Mama is an energy, not a person. This message today is for our Pisces game. I want to see what messages we have from Spirit. Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces. I'm using the Everyday Witches Tarot and the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Sometimes I do look at the book because I feel like the author's description is valid and important in some situations, for sure. I don't really read reversals unless I feel like the energy intends for it or there's a specific message in the fact that it is reversed. I believe there are messages in both the negative and the positive. And ring the bells, clear the air, let some angel get their wings. Hell yeah. I've been using a new spread that I found in the Nightmare Before Christmas deck that I find very valuable. We're going to start off with what needs to be released. What Spirit feels needs to be let go of. Person, place, thing, idea. Action, non-action. Speaking, not speaking. Four of Swords. Oh, the Ten of Swords. Wow. Releasing old wounds. Turning pain into strength. You see how these people are fleeing right there? You have the vultures circling around, but the sun is still in the background, and you still have the strength to move on. It came out in reverse, but I really think that it's releasing all of the old wounds. What else can we put on that? Releasing old wounds either from an older woman, either a mother, it's a very, very dominant figure, very dominant, strong, headstrong woman. Yeah, I'm getting releasing the energy of some very possessive materialistic, something that seems very solid. You need to move on from the wounds from this person. Five of Wands. These witches are best friends. All of them are skillful and knowledgeable. Just think of what they could achieve if they actually cooperate. So there seems to be some sort of major hurt from someone who is very my way or the highway, is what I'm getting. A chaotic situation involving other people, family, co-workers, friends, whoever it is, they clearly aren't playing nice together. Are you? Maybe you can be the peacemaker, the one who helps everyone come together in a more productive way. Maybe this situation can't be resolved, and you would be better off walking away. Sadly, you can't make other people behave reasonably, but you can make sure that you aren't making things worse by letting your ego or pride get in the way of cooperation. You wouldn't do that, would you? So yeah, this is walking away from a person or a situation that there's no cooperation, no willingness, or where are you guilty in your situation of not letting go of pain in order to have cooperation, for willingness of cooperation? Are you not being willing to cooperate? You can't expect of others what you're not willing to do yourself. If you want someone to project onto you a willingness to cooperate, then you must look inside yourself and see where you aren't cooperating inside yourself or within a situation. But an attitude of cooperation either needs to be let go of or changed for sure. If these readings resonate with you, you'll know exactly what it's talking about. This is the reason why you need to let this go. 9 of Cups, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. To find inner. So there's something about the situation that you gain inner balance from releasing, either an old idea of non-cooperation or the willingness to cooperate. It depends on what it is that you're seeking in your situation. But ultimately, the 9 of Cups should always be about your passion, to pursue your passion. What's going to make you happy? Will cooperating make you happy, or is they're not cooperation and that's what's making you unhappy? Either way, you gain your happiness and your own personal emotional freedom from manipulation or others' opinions by letting go of whatever ideal this is talking about here. True inner peace is something that nobody can really take from you. You can only give them. Once you learn how to be emotionally balanced within yourself, there's nobody that can say anything to you or about you that, if it isn't true, you don't own. That comes with a wealth that no one can take unless you give it to them. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. All right. In what ways do you gain the Nine of Cups, like, is that, I mean, the big picture is definitely emotional intelligence and security in yourself, like knowing that all is okay no matter what. Knowing that no matter what happens on the outside, that you've got you on the inside. Sometimes we let people have way too much control over our emotional side. But our emotions are there to help guide us, to guide us in directions of our true happiness. Like, if we feel something, then go inside and evaluate why we feel that way. Like, and move towards your own personal happiness. Judgment. Even lessons are blessings in disguise. The judgment to find your own interpersonal strength. The judgment to either cooperate or learn where inside yourself you're not cooperating, or to be the change that you want to see inside yourself. The judgment to work towards inner peace, inner knowing. Is why you have to walk away or walk towards, depending on how it resonates for you. The Three of Swords is what you stand to gain. Another one on that one. The Fool. One more. The Zero card. After the heartbreak, there's that Zero card. From the heartbreak, you gain faith, confidence, inspiration. Through whatever changes you make in cooperation, either to cooperate or to not cooperate, or to walk away from, or to walk towards, depending on how your situation resonates for you. So you gain the faith to walk out of heartbreak. Yeah, judgment over your heart. To take a chance on your heart, to take a chance on your true happiness. That's where the judgment's at. The judgment's inside of you. The Magician. Kitty. Hi, Meow Meow. What, bud? That's Pixie saying hi. Hi, Pixie. Meow, meow, meow. He's a Turkish van kitty. If you look him up, they were the only ones allowed on the Ark. It's funny because I thought he was a female until he started growing balls. That's why we named him Pixie, but we thought his mom was a male. She was a stowaway in my backyard. That I thought it was a boy cat the whole time until the day she gave birth. I think it's funny. Can't call mutiny on yourself, though. That's for sure. Nope, kitty. Say hi. Meow meow. Oh, I know. Meow 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 meow. Anyways. Excuse me, mister. Come at you. Where was I? Oh, the lesson. You learn how to be the magician. You learn how to take all of the things that you've learned and transmute them into positivity into your life. You learn how to use the tools that the universe gives you, the lessons that you learned, and apply them to your next lesson, almost like a video game. Some of us take some shortcuts, though, and we feel like we're beating Dark Link. Sorry, messed up the camera there. I guess there's no such thing as accidents, but... So you learn to be the magician through this experience, to take all the tools necessary to use your fire, your air, your water, your earth, to combine all of your thoughts with your passion, with your heart, with your action. That's true manifestation. When you align all of the inner elements of yourself and focus on what it is that truly makes you happy, you have no choice but to succeed. What's the major focus? Which element does their major focus need to be on? Or are they balanced? Well, the magician is balanced, right? Oh. Let's use this deck. This is like getting a master's degree in all elements, with an emphasis on cups, on rushing towards passion, fire, the things that light your fire. Where are you inspired? Where's your inspired action taking you? Things might be scary, but it's always scary in the womb of the unknown, in the dark, naked. The night of potions, the night of passion. So focusing on your passion. That's where the lessons are being learned. From taking judgment over your own emotional state. And not blaming anybody else for your unhappiness. We have to learn how to take emotional accountability. Especially as a water sign. The Knight of Potions to the Queen of Potions. That is learning emotional intelligence. Nobody can yank your chain if your chain is unyankable, just like you shouldn't be yanking other people's chains. Where are you purposely pushing emotional buttons in others just because you know how? That's part of being emotionally responsible. Where is it inside of ourselves that we can apply these things that we've learned? That's the only way that we get reflections from the outside, is by going inside. What's waiting on the other side of this choice? What do you have waiting for you? Death at the bottom of the deck. I have to give mad props to Azrael. Azrael, the archangel, angel of death, the helper of God. Please don't die with regret on your heart. The only mistakes we make in life are the ones we don't learn from. If you honestly don't know something, it's not a mistake, it's a mistake. And why do we beat ourselves up so much for something that we love somebody so much else for? You know, we would never treat others the way we treat ourselves. Sometimes that's why we get so upset. But ultimately, it's all our choice, the people that we're around, the things that we engage in. Even if somebody has a gun to your head and says, you'll die if you don't do this, you still have a choice. And once you give emotional control over to somebody else, then they can make you question your own reality. The world. What's on the other side, universe, for Pisces gain? I feel like saying that we can never love people the way we want them to be. You know? We get so mad when we try to help somebody and we try to help someone that never even asked for our help to begin with. It's not our jobs to teach other people to be good people. It's only our job to be a good people. The star. The star is fixated on the light. That is unmovable faith and hope and trust. That is the knowing that you are a conscious, creative being. That is creating consciously. That is taking all of your elements and using them to their highest potential for your best good. The stars of hope, but not the hope that implies lack. The hope that is actually faith. A lot of people use the word hope. Oh, I hope she's okay. That automatically implies lack. Just being more conscious of the vibrations of the words we use on a daily basis changes one little thing in our synapses in our brain, and it's a domino effect. And the more we do it, the more we don't have to try to do it. Just like anything else. It all takes practice. Here are the Ten of Cups and the Empress. The bottom of the deck. That is unlimited, fertile potential, like the universe itself. Out of all of the possible possibilities, don't take the worst one and focus on that. Out of all of the possible possibilities in the universe, dream the impossible and focus on the impossible. Focus on your Ten of Cups. Permanent contentment in the realm of the heart is where it's at. But that's not something that's just given to you. It's not something you find in another person. It's not something you find in a job. It's always something that you can find in yourself. Permanent contentment in the realm of the heart has nothing to do with outside relationships. Everybody always looks for an external solution for internal problems. And on the other side of these choices for yourself, the judgment to choose yourself, to choose your heart, to whatever that is that it, if that is to work in cooperation, or where have you not been working in cooperation? You gain the knowledge, the know-how, the tools, the strength, the ability, the charisma to put all of your actions and focus, attention into your one manifestation. That is the magician. and it brings you to the star. Gives you faith, undeniable faith, receipts that nobody needs to cash but you. The universe will provide you with constant feedback of whatever it is that you believe. Shout out to Rich Lop, much love. Shout out to all the greats, man, to all the people that stepped into their path. I wouldn't be where I'm at today had they not done what they did, and the people before them had not done what they did. But we can't beat ourselves up for what we didn't know then. We only have now. I must have been thinking some pretty powerful thoughts last year to be living where I am in the now, right now, creating my future. And I have mad appreciation and respect. When I first started this journey, I didn't know anything about YouTube. I didn't know anything about archangels. I didn't even know anything about starseeds, but I already knew, you know? I used to hitchhike, hop trains, traveled around the country. Learned about God from the 70s freedom fighter on the side of the road in North Carolina. I think I was like 19 years old. The Page of Wands. On the other side of future, there is faith for either the child in you or a child around you. For those of you that are starseeds and really focused on working to raise the collective consciousness, man, don't stop. Just your choice for 18 seconds at a time to choose happiness inside yourself raises the vibration of the planet. It's important. No matter how important you think you might not be, you really are. We all have this special piece of the puzzle. We all have different words that might resonate more freely or more truly to somebody than somebody else, you know? We have the world on the bottom of the deck. I have a feeling that this message is for starseeds that are going through it within themselves to find themselves. You got to go through it to get through it. You have to be your own hero in order to save the world. They say if you can teach it, then you know it, right? When you have faith in yourself, you're unstoppable. When you know that you just know, always follow that knowing. And be thankful for the contrast that lets you know when you knew something was up and some shady shit went down and you knew it. I bet you were pissed off because you didn't go with your own knowing. It's only when we go against our own true selves that we end up really angry, really upset. Like, man, I knew better, or I knew I shoulda. Don't die with regret in your heart. I will say that in every video, probably. The Two of Cups. That is chasing after what you love. That is a movement forward in what you love. That is turning all of the pain and all of the heartbreak and setting yourself free of that, to go inside and use the tools the universe has provided through the lessons that you've learned, man, to pursue with undoubted faith that you are worthy of what it is you love. Five of Pentacles. Someone's out in the cold. I don't know if you feel like you're out in the cold or if you're going to put somebody out in the cold. Sometimes that's what loving yourself is, man. Somebody out in the cold. Nobody tells you. Everybody's like, oh yeah, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. But nobody tells you that loving yourself is telling somebody that you love. No, man. You can't stay here. I'm sorry about your situation, but I can't. Or no, I won't come back. It might feel cold and alone. But it's all in divine plan. If you could keep that faith through the cold, that it's all in divine plan, the wheel has no choice but to turn in your favor. Ten of Wands. That's a lot of burden being carried. Make sure that the choices that the fights that you're willing to go on are worth the consequences, man. Make sure in the long run that your choices are worth your happiness. The truth always hurts people, man, but is it the truth that's meant to hurt, or is it just the truth? That's where the difference is. Don't be fooled by the devil. Don't go after things that are just money and not passion. Don't go after looks instead of real love. Evaluate your motives, you know? Evaluate others' motives, like where am I caught up on letting the burden, on carrying the burdens? Don't be fooled into thinking that all of those burdens are yours to carry in the first place. Let go of what isn't yours to carry. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know. I always look at people like they're children, like the children of God, you know? Did you forgive your child for some of the things that you keep beating yourself up for? If the answer is yes, then let it go. Forgive yourself for whatever it is that you didn't know then, that you do know now, and then change inside of you whatever you can. We are all only human. Temperance. Sometimes we have a tendency to be all facts and no feeling, all fact, no feeling. And the temperance has a tendency to be all feeling, no fact, all feeling, no fact. It's about finding an emotional, intelligent balance between your feelings and the facts, and how the facts are affecting your feelings and how the feelings are affecting your facts. That's deciphering the devil. The Queen of Wands. Almost have all four queens on the deck. That is fiercely going after what you protect. or what you love, what your passion is about. Jeez, I can't talk. I think that the card embodies the energy of what you gain to obtain. I want to see what the Osho Zen deck has to say. I do read from the book with the Osho Zen. I might not be able to pronounce all the words correctly, but I do my best. What do we have, universe? Harmony. Oh, some bells. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings. So mote it be. Harmony. Listen to your heart. Move according to your heart, whatsoever the stake. A condition of complete simplicity costing less than everything. To be simple is adorous because to be simple costs everything that you have. You have to lose it all to be simple. That's why people have chosen to be complex and they've forgotten how to be simple. But only a simple heart throbs with God, hand in hand. Only a simple heart sings with God in deep harmony. To reach to that point, you will have to find your heart, your own throb, your own heartbeat. The best advice I've ever had in life was don't play the drum, let the drum play you. I never realized in how many ways that was so deep, so deep on so many ways. Drummers understand that for sure. Sometimes everything has to fall apart in order for it to fall in place, you know? The hard part is being thankful for the contrast in the midst of it. And it's okay to not be okay sometimes. But that not okay sometimes builds momentum. How many sometimes are you not okay? And when are you going to choose to build the momentum to be okay? Build the momentum behind your thoughts. Beyond illusion. I love these cards so much. Kitty. Meow. What, kitty? This is the only distinction between the dream and the real. Reality allows you to doubt, and the dream does not allow you to doubt. To me, the capacity to doubt is one of the greatest blessings of humanity. The religions have been enemies because they have been cutting the very roots of doubt. There is a reason why they have been doing that, because they want people to believe in certain illusions that they have been preaching. Why have the people like Gautama Buddha been so insistent that the whole existence, except your witnessing self, except your well-awareness, is just infernal, made of the same stuff as dreams are made of? They're not saying that these trees are not there. They're not saying that these pillars are not there. Don't misunderstand because of the word illusion. It has been translated as illusion, but illusion is not the right word. Illusion does not exist. Reality exists. Maya is just in between. It almost exists. That's like the the possible possibilities, the endless possible possibilities. If it's possible, then it's possible. Is it humanly possible? If it's humanly possible, then it's possible, right? There is no straight line. It's just a tangent point of a circle that makes an illusion of a line. Maya is like the spirit of Sophia, like the glue that holds all the stuff that's alive together. As far as the day-to-day activities are concerned, it can be taken as reality. Only in the ultimate sense, from the peak of your illumination, it becomes unreal. I believe that we are living in the world's most realistic virtual reality game that we will ever experience ever. And I give 5 stars to creator on a daily basis. Like, the graphics here are so amazing. They're so beautiful and vibrant. And I mean, how do you explain jacuzzi bubbles to a star? You know? And even if we do explain jacuzzi bubbles to a star, like, all they can do is relate how they feel what a jacuzzi bubble would feel like according to your representation of what a jacuzzi bubble is. We are all gods experiencing ourselves, experiencing all the possible possibilities and all the possible possibilities that there's possible. I mean, could you imagine being the one and only in all of existence for all of eternity? I give Big G a hug all the time, man. Much love, you guys. I hope this reading helps. Bye.